Hey everybody, welcome to Medling World. Today, Roberta and I, we're going to talk about Mariner of the Sea, Royal Caribbean, what we liked, what we didn't like, and maybe a little bit of comparison to some recent cruises. So come on in, check it out. All right, guys, let's get right into Mariner of the Seas. So this is when Roberta and I, we like to do a recap on our cruise because we've had time to process.
Yes.
And we do some comparisons to some other cruises we've been on.
Correct.
So let's just get right into it.
Yes.
So on Mariner of the Seas, let's go right into the pool deck.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my opinion about the pool deck on Mariner of the Seas. Would you like me to go first,
Yes.
Roberta? Okay. So on Mariner of the Seas, of course, that is a Voyager class ship.
Yes.
So you don't have the big neighborhoods that you have on the Oasis class ships, and that does affect the pool decks.
Yes.
On the bigger Oasis class ships, you have those big kind of holes in the middle of the pool deck where you can look down into the neighborhood, Central Park, or the
Boardwalk.
Boardwalk. Thank you. On this ship, it's just a nice solid pool deck. Voyager class, smaller than Oasis class. So you kind of have the two pools on the main pool deck there. And you have the bar. You have the nice big screen TV. It's more condensed. Okay.
Yes.
No splashaway bay.
No splashaway bay.
That's big.
Yes,
that's big.
Yeah.
Especially for people that like.
It was a lot of kids in our
There was a lot of kids on our cruise. So no splashaway bay on Mariner of the Seas. So I'm going to say that's a negative for me, just in general, because that makes the pool deck bigger.
Correct.
This definitely was the smallest pool deck of all the ships we've been on with Royal.
Yes, but at the same time, I do like there was no like Central Park or Boardwalk, because all the entertainment is there and all the fun is there, and you can go to watch a movie, and it was cool in that way. But on a sea day, on the other hand, it was way too crowded.
Oh, on the sea days,
way too crowded.
It was very crowded on that pool deck.
Yes.
In fact, Roberta, there was one day we didn't even go to the pool.
Correct.
It was so busy on a sea day. It was very busy.
But I enjoy it. I enjoy having the TV in there. The entertainment there was cool. I think there's positive and negatives.
Of course.
About it, but just in general, I think of being so crowded on a sea day, I think that was a very negative for us.
Overly crowded.
Crowded.
The other ships are crowded on sea days, but this was just to the point where it was not even enjoyable for us to be there.
Yeah.
Also on this ship, on the Voyager class ships, all the activities are at the aft.
Correct. Yes.
Where on the bigger ships, you kind of have some water slides right there with the pool.
Yes.
You have the band right there.
Yeah.
So you kind of never really have to leave that area unless you really wanted to go to the back to do some of the, like the flow rider or the zip lining on the bigger ships. This doesn't have zip lining. Doesn't have some of the sky pad is shut down now.
Yes, it's shut down for now. Yes.
So the thing is with Jake, he's independent at this point. When we're on a cruise, he's 12.
Yeah.
And I think he and us as a family, I missed having the slides there by the pool.
Yes.
That was a big negative for me on this cruise. So I mean, anytime we wanted to go to the slides, or we have to go all the way to the back just to go down a slide a couple times and then come all the way back.
Yes.
So I don't really like that design. I prefer the Oasis class ships, pool decks. So my point being is, if you really are looking for a lot of fun on a pool deck, probably wouldn't want to pick this ship.
It's more like, yes, I agree.
And we can get into the solarium.
Yes.
I know I mentioned in one of the vlogs about the solarium. The solarium, very small on this ship.
Yes.
And very humid.
Very humid, yes.
It was beyond hot in that solarium. Now, it was nice. They did have a nice pool in there.
Yeah.
They had the nice hot tubs, but there was open air, don't get me wrong, but it just seemed like the air was very stagnant. They had those nice day beds you could use. Yes. Roberta, looks like you want to say something. Go ahead.
I think it was because of the hot tub.
Yeah.
I think it was because of the hot tub that was so hot.
Yes. I mean, I know we did cruise in September, which is a warm month, but that was really warm.
Maybe in the winter, that would be good.
It was really, really hot.
That would be nice and warm in the winter.
No solarium, bistro. Again, smaller class ship.
Yes.
Did we enjoy the pool deck?
Yes.
I enjoyed it. I'm going to say I enjoyed it. you can see on the vlogs, not as much as I wish I would have, though.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I think if you guys have watched our vlogs on all of our cruises, we love the pool decks.
Yes.
One is Jake. We love to see Jake having so much fun on the pool. We like to dip in. We like to have our mocktails.
Yes.
So, I mean, is there anything else you want to say about the pool deck? I'm just trying to think. It did have the ice cream. It had the hot dog.
Yes.
So
I like the fact that they had the hot dog, even though I didn't eat.
Johnny Rockets was up there, which is kind of nice because we did enjoy some milkshakes with the refreshment package.
But the hot dog gave an extra food option on a pool deck.
Yeah, and being I keep saying a small ship. I don't want you to think this is a rinky-dink ship. It's not. It's the smallest ship that we've been on.
Yes.
But there was 3,800 people on our cruise.
Yeah.
So it is a big ship. It's just an older ship. It's 20 years old. So if you're thinking, oh, Mariner's just this teeny ship. It's not teeny ship. It's big. But in comparison to the Oasis class, the Oasis classes just have so much more options.
Yeah. No, but I think we can just jump right into the entertainment because we're talking about
the pool. That kind of goes along with the pool deck. So, but I want to say one more thing about the pool deck. I think you guys kind of got the idea. I like the Oasis class pool decks much better. I really do. And I liked Independence of the Seas pool deck much better because of the Splash Away Bay. It just opened it up.
I agree.
Okay, let's move on. Go ahead, Roberta, please.
So, entertainment. I have very mixed opinions about entertainment. The talent was very good in general. But it was not the greatest, I would say. Okay, but on the other hand, the smaller venues or the small entertainment, I had so much fun with the smaller things it was happening.
You're speaking of activities?
Both.
The entertainment in the theater, and then the activities in the little area, the room, the Star Lounge. Because you do have the
entertainment on the 70s parties. That's entertainment. So the small entertainment like that, I think it was fun. It was fun. Including the activities they did, but the small entertainments that I think that it was great. I had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
On a dance class in the Brazil.
Oh, you guys! If you haven't seen Roberta take over the Brazil dance class, you got to go check out that vlog.
But the dance class was fun. The other one about Fill the Blank was fun. I think.
Yeah, there was.
The trivia was fun. I think it was a lot of I would say it is the most fun that I had. I think in all of the Royal Caribbean in terms of smaller entertainment.
Yeah.
I had so much fun everywhere, but when we're talking about the shows in a theater and everything else, I do think it was towards, like I said, the entertainment, the people, the talent, they were amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But the shows itself, I think, needs a little bit more, maybe glamorous or isn't that how I say it? More like
sure, you say it the way you like, Roberta. Everybody loves Roberta on Medling World. You're real.
I think it was a little bit more of the catching your attention towards the shows. Unfortunately, we saw a small accident on
the ice.
On the ice, and hopefully everybody's okay.
I'm sure they are.
So, but hopefully something like this will not happen in the future, that they have to think about it.
Yeah.
But I think that's in terms, and also the activities. They really took the activities, I think, into a point that I really enjoy it. And like I said, in terms of smaller activities, I had the most fun in any other
I can
ship.
see you smiling, happy, remembering. That's why we love to do these videos for everybody, because you get to see the emotion, and then you can say, it was fun.
It was fun.
Well, a shout out to Marcos.
Marcos, yes.
Marcos, he's from Brazil, and he did a lot of the when I'm gonna say activities are the ones that we would do in the Schooner Bar, the Star Lounge, and then when I say entertainment, for me, I'm referring to the theaters.
Yes.
So for the activities, Marcos was great.
Yeah.
He did a lot of the trivias. He did some fun things in the Star Lounge.
Yes.
And I agree with Roberta. When it came to the activities, we never did so many activities on a cruise ship. We just kept doing these little 30-minute fun things.
And it was really
And we showed a lot of it on the vlogs, but we even did more than that. It was just to the point I can't show everything or else these vlogs are going to be 2 hours.
But even the small live bands, when we were passing by the
There was a lot, you know, Roberta, now that you're really saying that, it's really making me realize that on this ship, there was so many little things going on all the time.
Yes.
There is a lot of choices, guys. So if you are going on Mariners,
yes,
there are so many different little activities going on throughout the whole day. And at night, we don't do a lot of the, like, you know, nightlife things, but there was some stuff going on there at night, the clubs and DJ. So I agree, Roberta, with the activity-wise, tons of activities, different things to do, lots of fun. And the people that were involved, like the other passengers, we just all had fun together on this cruise.
It was cool.
And I'll chime in on the entertainment. I think when I say entertainment, theater. So the shows in the theater, there's no Broadway shows, first of all, if you're looking for Broadway.
So don't need reservations.
You don't need any reservations for the main theater. But yeah, I would just say it was good. The theater was nice enough that I did not mind going. I enjoyed having a nice a drink, relaxing with Roberta and Jake, and watching the entertainment. But it was not like, oh, I can't believe what I just saw. Nothing blew me away. So yeah, you guys saw the vlogs.
Yeah.
Was it good? It was good enough for me to say it was okay. But I think most people that were on that cruise, or if you've been on Mariners, you would probably agree that, okay, let's go to dinner and go to the show. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah. But it wasn't like, wow. I think my favorite thing, I'll talk about what I liked the most in the theater. I thought the juggler was pretty entertaining.
Oh, he was.
Because he was kind of funny, and he was good at what he did, and he was a little bit old. I'm getting a little bit older. And he was in his 60s doing all that stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
So I just kind of respected him because he was just kind of cool and funny and doing some cool stuff.
Yes.
So I think that wraps that up. Do you have anything else you want to say about the entertainment?
I think we're good, yes.
Good. What would you like to talk about next? I'm a smart husband. Can I say something on this vlog? I think if you guys watched some of our other reviews, I'm learning. I let Roberta... I had a tendency sometimes to cut you off. I'm sorry.
A lot.
Yeah, I know. But we're real. And we learn as we go. Smart husband. Go ahead, Roberta. You go first.
Food. I'll talk about food.
Let's do that.
So, Windjammer, it was, I think it was good. I did like the Windjammer. I think, but some days was just like, extreme, like, no, I cannot eat this. But most of the time it was good. But I had one night, was the India night?
I can't remember.
I think so. I think.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that you had a meal. You really
that was the best Windjammer food night of all Royal Caribbean. And Windjammer.
Wow, Roberta really piping up the Windjammer.
That Windjammer night of the India night. Oh my gosh, the food was good. The food was good, but some other nights it's just like no. So it was very like a hit and miss in there, but in general the food was good. It was average or above average most of the time. At least I like a lot of the things. What do you think about the buffet?
I think that it was just okay, but I've learned something with cruising, and I talked about it in the vlogs. Sorry guys, I have a little bit of a cold. I've learned about the Windjammer because it is inconsistent pretty much on all the cruise ships.
Yes, that's true.
What I've learned is there's so many different things that they're offering. Usually you can find something that is good.
Yes.
If you get your first plate and you're kind of like, this stuff wasn't great, I realized, yeah, I can eat a salad on a cruise. It's okay. So guys, seriously, the salad bar was amazing. I made I've never really eat a lot of salad on cruises. Yeah. So I've learned that, if I take a little bit of this and I make a salad and maybe I can make a sandwich out of the carvery. So I've learned that, hey, if I had a few things I didn't like, I know I can always get some French fries that are good.
Yes.
So a French fry and a salad is a positive and a negative. But I think that it was just okay. But I've learned that I can find a good meal in a Windjammer. Yes. And I would say breakfast was probably better each day than lunch or dinner. Yeah. But we did have some good meals. We had some things that weren't so good. But that is just kind of typical
Yeah, and also
of the Windjammer in general.
And also, most of our chefs were from India, so I think that has a big difference on that.
We were talking about that because we were wondering. We were just kind of having a conversation, and I was saying I think it really has to do. There's so many awesome cultures on these ships that, wow, tonight's food was great because probably that's the culture. The chef knows how to make that kind of food better, right? Yeah. And that makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Windjammer, I would say, just thinking about all the ships together, I would say the best Windjammer definitely was Oasis of the Seas. Yeah, that Windjammer was the best one. But the other ones, they're all pretty similar. You're gonna have some good, some bad, but take my advice, guys. Mm-hmm. It's a buffet. I'm not telling you to waste food, but if you don't like what you have, and go back up and try to mix and match, and I think it'd be all right.
The main dining was good most of the time.
Yeah. For dinner.
Yeah, for dinner. And I think you said that you have an awesome steak. I remember one night.
Yeah, I had a couple decent meals there.
It was
for dinner,
but same thing. But for lunch, we didn't.
We had lunch once.
For lunch.
The lunch was really.
But I was glad that breakfast was open quite a few times.
The breakfast was, I think, it was okay.
Yeah, it was good.
But I just say in general, like I did have a hot dog from the doghouse. It was pretty good.
And the
promenade calf. So let's just talk about. There's a huge difference here on the Voyager class Mariner compared to an Oasis class ship with included food.
Yes.
Because on the Oasis class ships, you can have Johnny Rockets for breakfast.
Yeah.
You have part calf, right, for breakfast. You can use part calf throughout the day.
Yes.
I think they close around 5. You just have a lot more options. You also have the you can get the smoothies and coffee cakes in the spa.
Yes.
I forget.
Vitality.
Calf. No Vitality calf here. So definitely, as you can see, as Royal has kind of evolved over the years, they've added more included food. So this, on Mariner, you're not going to starve, believe me.
No.
Also, no official Sorrentos on Mariner of the Seas.
Pizza was good.
But it is Sorrento's pizza, and it's just kind of attached.
Correct.
With the Promenade Cafe. So when you're in that line to get a little sandwich or something, that's where the pizza is.
Yes.
But it's Sorrento's pizza.
Yeah.
Not as many options on the bigger ships, but it's a smaller ship. So I would just say the food here was okay.
Yeah.
Some good, some bad. And that's kind of where I put the food, Roberta.
And then it comes with service. Royal Caribbean service, it's always top of the
service was very good.
Unfortunately, we did not get to see much of our room attendant because he would actually had a split.
Yes, he did.
So, and I guess the priority was, I guess he was explaining to us that the priority, it was the other side because it was close to the restaurant.
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, he did mention something about it. Or the other
he had like 5 rooms on. We were kind of on the deck we were on, right, Roberta?
Yes.
Deck 3. It's kind of a wall. It stops because there's the ice skating there.
Yes.
So he had 4 or 5 rooms there, but then he had to go all the way to another floor or wherever, and he had like 8 or 9, 10 rooms over there. So we didn't really see him.
Correct. So it's hard to talk about the service in this.
But he was good.
He was good.
He a couple of days he came later. We were like, dude, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yes, but we understood that it's not easy to have 2 sections, but we can't say much about. But he was.
We've worked in the service industry for many years, and actually myself personally, guys, just to tell you something a little personal about me. I was hotel management for over 20 years.
Yes.
In a high volume casino in Connecticut. Shout out to Foxwoods Casino. So I understand service. You understand service. Yeah. Lots of experience in the service industry. And on Royal, Roberta.
Yes.
I hope I'm not.
Royal is top of the line.
Their service is incredible.
Yes.
The beverage service. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You guys, you're going to love this ship if you go. I don't care where you go. You go to sit down and have trivia. There's somebody there. What would you like?
But that's what I'm saying. They're not pushy. They're not pushy.
No,
they're just there for you.
What do you want? What do you like? What did you need?
And say, I'm good, then that's it. But most of the people...
I love the service.
Most of the people says, yeah, I want this, I want that. Because a
lot
of people would have the drink package. A lot of people do.
One thing, too, is especially like in the Schooner bar, I remember that was like the second day, we had such an awesome waitress there. She came over and she's like, hey, did you try this? Because we don't drink alcohol. But we get the refreshment package that includes everything but alcohol. She's like, oh, we have these really cool mocktails. Have you tried this? The watermelon margarita.
Yeah.
No garita or whatever. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So she really like, oh, you can get this, you can get that. They are phenomenal. Oh, and just walking, the person cleaning up, like everybody is just, how are you today? How's it going?
Yeah.
I think huge shout out to Royal Caribbean. If you're looking for good service, you're gonna get it.
Definitely.
We have never had any service
on
issues.
The main dining too.
Main dining, the waiters and waitresses and the head chef.
And it's good because we get to know them.
Oh, we get to know them.
We get to know them, their culture, like how it is back home.
We love about that. Yeah, we love it. We love having conversations.
Our friend actually is like invited us like, oh, when next time we go to Indonesia, let him know so we can.
You got the emails and I can drive you around and show you. I'm like, well, if I'm ever in Indonesia, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But they're just incredible, awesome people.
Correct, yes.
So Royal does a great job. But you know what? You can teach, you can train somebody what to do, but it comes from who you are as an individual.
Yes.
And Royal does get the best out of people, man. They have a really good way of getting really decent people.
Yes, that's correct.
So I think... Yeah, with service, even like in Johnny Rockets, I went and got a milkshake one day, and then, oh, it's Matt from Florida. Hey, Matt from Florida. Like, they knew me every day. I went in, oh, you want your chocolate one? You want no whipped cream for Jake? Like, wow, you guys are amazing.
Yes, that's true.
What are we talking about next, Roberta?
The crowd.
Crowds, just in general? Yeah.
Just in general.
Go ahead.
I think that...
I got my cheat sheet here. Let's see. Go ahead, Roberta.
The crowds in general, it was... I think it was... the hard time that I had was only in a pool.
Yeah, only in a pool.
Besides the pool, we didn't have any issues in the theater. Any getting spots on the trivia. We didn't have to get there wicked early, or the other entertainment, or the activities. Everything was really good. So the only time that it felt like it was really crowded was a sea day. Sea days.
And I hope that you've been here in sea days, because if you go to the pool on a port day, you're not going to have a problem, because
sea days specifically.
We showed that a lot in our vlogs. Like, we got back from Labadee and we went to the pool deck and vlogged it.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
Correct.
Same thing with Jamaica.
Yeah.
Same thing with Coco Cay. Whenever we got back on the ship, let's go check the pool deck.
So let's take a chance now talking about the port of calls.
Can I chime in on the crowds?
Yes, go ahead.
I think the crowds were, like you said, Roberta, no issues in the theater. Only time, dining was big time with crowds. Not on this cruise. Never bothered us. We were able to get in dining and out of dining whenever we wanted. Theater, no issues. So yes, there is a difference. Throughout the ship, the elevator is very important about cruising. Yes. You guys that cruise, a lot of people are always complaining. Never an issue on this. We're hitting elevators all times of the day, any time of the day. We'd get in, there'd be nobody in it. Yes, sometimes there'd be people in, but you never had to wait.
No.
Okay, Roberta, you
port of call.
It's okay. Go ahead. Ports of call. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead this time.
So I think we had a really cool itinerary for this.
Yes.
We got to experience both of the private islands, as we'll say private islands. Labadee, technically not an island, part of Haiti.
Yes.
Leased out by Royal Caribbean, so it is their private area of Haiti called Labadee. Check out the vlog. That was really nice.
And we were waiting for a long time.
We wanted to go to Labadee
for a long time.
Really, the only negative I'd say about Labadee was the food. The food wasn't great, and there's a lot of bugs where the food was, just flies. It's an island. It's hot. It's, that's going to happen. But not a lot of choices of food.
Okay, but at the same time, Coco Cay is also an island.
Yeah.
And we never saw that issue in Coco Key.
No,
So
we didn't.
I think that's something that maybe Royal has to look into it to see.
Yeah, maybe
you
a
know,
little bit of better control over that, with
Yeah.
maybe some kind of fan
I
system
don't
or whatever.
know. Yes, but
But overall, I love Labadee. I thought it
loved
was
it,
just
yes.
the way that they've incorporated, like adding some features in there with making the beach really cool, but the natural beauty.
yes.
They have like the zip lining,
yeah.
the coaster, but they've really kept all the natural beauty of
Yes.
that area. The huge mountains in the back as you're swimming. Like,
Yes.
it was just something out of a dream.
Yeah,
Really.
It was gorgeous.
And the people,
And people in Ireland too.
the workers, a lot of the workers come off the ship and they work there, but there's local people, specifically a couple of the lifeguards we talked to.
Yeah.
Awesome, just really, really genuinely
And
good
a lot of
people.
times we say this because a lot of times we off camera, of course, because we
Yeah,
can't record
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
We spend a lot of time talking to especially like, the crew members, and we talk about
yeah.
the people that work in islands, and we ended up getting to know them. It's like, oh, okay, what you do here, and we trying to find out like their story too.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how a lot of times we find out about it, because we just ended up having conversations. Sometimes we're like
just
15,
talk.
20 minutes in
Yeah.
one spot.
I guess we gotta
Talking
get going. I think you're supposed to be watching people in the water.
Yeah.
No, but they were cool, and they
They
were
were
explaining
cool,
to
yes.
us that if you get a
Yeah.
chance, you should go to Labadee if you're interested, because
Yeah.
it really actually helps support the local people.
Yes.
Because like he was saying, when the ship comes, I can work.
Yeah.
If the ship doesn't come, I don't get to work. So
Yeah.
Royal, let's get some more Labadee because it's beautiful.
It's beautiful there.
And then we
Yes,
stopped
yeah.
Jamaica, Roberta. What'd you think of Jamaica?
Jamaica was a quick stop for us. Like I said,
Yeah.
we don't do a lot of excursions. Maybe
don't.
we should.
We're gonna start doing it, but
I really like Jamaica. I like to have my coconut. If you guys
the
didn't
port.
know,
We
the
just
port.
hung out in the port.
Yeah, but I like to have the coconut. I think it was a good.
Check that vlog out. Roberta
Yes.
was reminiscing her days in Rio de Janeiro.
But I do miss, and that I think it goes for a lot of the ports. Like when we went to, can't remember if it was St. Martin, I think that we went. It was good to actually buy something a little bit more. I know they are mass produced, but local.
Well, yeah, from a vendor there.
Correct. I think
Yeah, help support them.
So-
Just
correct.
a little something.
And I felt like it was a lot of the same repetitive things. Doesn't matter the store that you
Yeah.
go. And sometimes I want to see something handmade, more like local.
I
produced by
understand.
the
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So, and I think that the guy that was sitting outside, the one we ended up buying things from it, I think that was the cool thing. It seems like it was a lot more handmade.
He was
local.
making like baskets
He
and
was-
stuff. You were
yes.
watching him make them, so he did have a little bit of really like things he
Yeah.
made, and also like just mass produced
Stuff, yeah.
But yeah, it was. I thought Jamaica was. It was fine. We didn't do a lot in
Not a
Jamaica,
lot,
but I gave a lot of information. I toured all around here.
Yes.
I gave some pointers too, like if you're going on excursions, check out the Falmouth vlog,
And
then Coco Key.
we love Coco Key.
Oh yeah, Perfect Day Coco Key. That's our third time going to Coco Key. Coco
Yes.
K. I understand it's kind of pronounced both ways.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be Key, but Coco K kind of sounds cool too. Whatever, however you say it. One thing I will say about Coco K, if you don't want to do an excursion, don't worry.
Yeah,
There is so much to do there, especially if you have like even they have a really nice splash-away bay there that's included.
Yes.
It's like a little mini water park almost. Even like for Jake, he's probably at the edge.
He's on the edge.
He's on the edge, but there's still the slides are good if if you're 10 and younger. If you have kids that are 10 and younger, they're gonna love it. I love it. I go on the water, and it's just really nice. It's clean. It's amazing. They have the huge Oasis lagoon, which is a freshwater pool with DJ, swim-up bar,
And if
all
you want
different
something
beaches.
quiet, you can. It's a lot
There's
of
so many options. So don't feel like, there's not. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy it.
And even
unless-
with 2 ships also.
Oh yeah, there was 2 ships while we were there. I break it all down in the vlog. If you really want to know about Coco Key, that was our 3rd time there. We know a lot about Coco Key.
Yes.
Check out that vlog as well. What else you got, Roberta?
The room, we did a specific review of the room on a room tour.
Yes.
So I think the room itself, it's more like the location. My main concern if you would actually smell any cigarettes from the casino because we're so close.
Yeah, casino was on fourth deck. We were on third deck.
We didn't smell anything.
We did an ocean view room, but we have a whole vlog.
Yes.
We have a room tour and then a review of the room, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to really know about the room, but in general, if you're just watching this vlog right now, we had an ocean view room on the 3rd floor.
Yes.
It was probably my favorite room. I'm gonna say now I can do a little bit of comparison.
Yeah.
There was no balcony. It didn't bother me. I thought that was my favorite room I've ever had on any cruise ship. It was spacious. The way it was set up with the bed against the wall with the huge porthole. Oh, it was really nice. I really enjoyed our room this cruise, Roberta.
So, but one thing I do have to talk about it. So,
yes,
I struggle a lot on this cruise because of seasickness. I
Good
think
point.
it was the one that I felt the most, and I felt a lot.
Yeah, you were several times not feeling well.
Yes. So the first night was the worst night for me. I got really sick.
You were sick the whole second day.
Yes, and I couldn't sleep, and it was just not good. But every time there was any kind of movement, a little bit out of the normal.
And it wasn't like
a lot.
We were talking to like some of the crew, and they're like, "It's a little bit, but like this is nothing compared to what it really."
And I could feel anything. So I hear mixed opinion about the band. I took medicine, and it was still not enough. So some people talking about maybe that patch in the back. So if you guys have any ideas or things that I can do, just leave us a comment.
Yeah, leave us comments in general.
Because that was the ship that I struggled the most with seasickness. And so if you do suffer from seasickness, that was, for me, that was a lot.
I mean, any ship you go on, you can feel movement.
Yes.
But I think on the Oasis class ships, I've never taken any kind of Dramamine. I've never taken any kind of medicine. I think maybe once I felt a little bit of movement on some of them.
And I do in every single ship. And I think that was for me that.
I would say in general though, I felt this ship more than any other ship. Yeah. It is a smaller ship. It's 20 years old. The technology with the stabilizers probably wasn't as good then. But yeah, you can feel the ship for sure. So if you do have a tendency to be seasick, take your precautions. And I'm not going to say you're going to be or not. It all depends on your body.
Yes.
But
even comparing this one with Independence, I felt a lot less in Independence than I did.
Yeah. Maybe now we can just kind of do a little bit of a recap of kind of throwing this in the mix of all our cruises.
So for me, it's still, I think I feel more comfortable speaking just in terms of Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I would cruise again, yes, definitely. But again, I would have to have a better system for me in terms of getting sick.
So you're specifically talking about Mariner of the Sea, right?
Mariner of the Sea.
Okay.
So in putting in terms of the other cruise that we did with Mariner, in general.
You mean with Royal?
With the Royal, yeah. With the Royal, I think this one would be my least favorite.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. And I know you guys love Jake on Medling World. Yeah. So Jake, we're gonna do kind of our wrap up now with just kind of throwing all the cruises we've been on, where this one kind of fits in and what we think about it in general. But first, Jake says this was his least favorite cruise
of Royal Caribbean.
Of Royal. Yes. Now, if you watch the vlogs, I think you saw he had a lot of fun. Yeah. But if you just watch these vlogs and you thought he had fun, you should see the other ones. Yes. So he would say, it was good, it was great, we had fun, but oh man, I really enjoyed the other ships even more.
Yes.
And I agree with Jake.
Like I said, I'll definitely cruise again.
Oh, I would go on Mariner again because there's a lot of factors that go into cruising, guys.
Correct.
How much does it cost?
Yes.
Where are we going?
Yes.
So this cruise was really a great deal.
Yes.
And we went to ports we really wanted to go to. So all those things contribute to saying, maybe the other ships offer more. I still enjoyed this cruise, Roberta, but I missed the Aqua shows.
Yeah.
I missed the Broadway. Style, yeah. I missed the Vitality Cafe to get the smoothies and the nice little carrot cakes. Yes. I missed the big pool decks with the water slides right there. Yeah. I missed a lot of the things on the Oasis class ships. I love the bigger ships myself. So
yeah,
I would say for me, yeah, I would definitely go again, but I enjoyed Independence more than this. I would put this one, I hate to say put it in fourth place. It's like me ranking my Disney parks. Okay, in fourth place would be Animal Kingdom. Does it mean I don't want to go to Animal Kingdom? No, of course not.
Yeah.
But
especially Animal Kingdom.
That's Roberta's home park. But anyway, I'm just kind of saying it doesn't mean that I don't like the ship. I did like the ship, but I missed some of the other things on the bigger ships.
Yes.
But that's just me.
And for me, the Sickness, it did influence a lot.
Yeah.
So
I think that kind of wraps it up. So I think in generally speaking, guys, if you're thinking about Mariner, if you found this video because you're thinking about going on Mariner, I think you're going to have fun on Mariner.
Yes.
I do. I don't think you should say, I'm not going on there.
Yes.
Now, if you're really looking for that super duper, like, I just want to, like, have a lot of different options where to eat that's included. Yeah. I want to, really good entertainment. Then you might want to consider an Oasis class ship.
But if you're more like chilling and relaxing and
especially if you like trivia,
small venues, live music,
you're gonna have fun. If you want to go on a cruise, I would definitely say go ahead. You're gonna have all that awesome Royal service, awesome crew members, and that's really what makes a cruise. Why do you think we keep going back to Royal?
It's true.
You go back to what is great and what you love. So that's my opinion. Yeah, I'd rather be on the Oasis class, but I would go on Mariner again for the right price. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's true. We have plans. Maybe not Royal this time.
We'll see. We're gonna. Oh, guys, by the way, we are gonna cruise. We're gonna continue to cruise.
Yeah.
We have fallen in love with Royal Caribbean, but we definitely want to try other cruise lines. We have tried MSC. There was things we liked about it, but there was more things we didn't like about it.
A lot of people left a comment that we should try a bigger ship.
For MSC.
MSC. So
maybe
we are thinking about it.
Maybe we try it again, but we'll see. We're working on a couple different ideas for our next cruise. Anything you want to add, Roberta?
I think we're good. Yes. A shout out to everybody that we met in Mariner of the Seas.
Yes, definitely. And everybody that has subscribed, finding us through our cruise vlogs.
Yes.
We appreciate your support for our channel. We're going to continue making awesome vlogs for you. We love to bring you on the adventure, give you the information, and have fun. We show you really what's going on.
Yes.
So, guys, please take a moment. Subscribe to Medling World if you haven't yet. Thank you to our Patreons. And last but not least, see ya!